Hello and welcome to our new moon in Taurus energy reading for May of 2023. Can you believe it? It is May already. We are on the other side of two new moons in Aries. It has been fiery, intense, and lots of, I would say, starts and false starts. False starts and restarts, starts and restarts and restarts again and beginnings again and trying again, doing it one more time, seeing how it feels, doing it again. And so we arrive here in the new moon in Taurus energy with Jupiter going into Taurus Tuesday or Wednesday. It is like all the best of Taurus, in my opinion, is being amplified. So the beauty, the earthiness, the groundedness, just the gorgeousness of being alive at this time in a human body on our planet. I have sunshine pouring in the windows. It is spring here in the Midwest. Everything is green. The flowers are blooming. The sky is brilliant blue today. Like, it's gorgeous. This is an incredible planet that we get to play and live in. And Jupiter is going to amplify that for the next year, along with all the other things that astrology is going to do in between that. Pluto is in Aquarius for another 3 weeks, and then Pluto moves back into Capricorn, stays there until the beginning of next year, and then moves into Aquarius for the next 20 years, starting next year. So there's that. I think I just read there are 6 planets right now in in Taurus. 6 planets, 6 energies that are powerfully focused on Taurus. So there's all kinds of good mojo for us. And let's take a breath together. Let's pause together. Let's read some energy together. Let's look at the cards and see what the cards have to say and just play for a little while. These videos for me are just so much fun because I let energy move and it always surprises and delights me, and I never know what the cards are going to say and what I'm going to say. So come join me in my exploration of whatever is going to come through. So we are going to, and last month, let me start by that. Last month, well, in Aries, there were 2 readings in Aries. If you haven't watched those and you feel called, maybe go back and look at those and see how it played out for you over the last 2 cycles that we've been through. But in the last one, the Hierophant was the card that I pulled for the individual now, right? Yeah. And you remember it was the little character with the staircase going up behind them to all this like brilliant galactic energy and the stars. And I was describing how we can bring that energy down into the human form and start to change our reality, and how powerful that is and how powerful we are as creators. So now here we are, grounded, sitting in our bodies in Taurus energy, and we're going to pull some cards. I am using the Lightseers Tarot, and then I will do an extended, and that will be with some other decks. So I'll talk about that when we get done with this one. So 3 cards we're going to pull for the individual now, the collective now, and then the highest possibilities for the next month. What is it that can guide us through the next month? All right, individual now. We'll do that one first. We're going to take our time because we can, because we have all the time in the world right now. Just being present, we can expand time and bend time, and it can become something totally relaxed. Individual now, 10 of Pentacles. How beautiful is that? And we'll look at each one of these. The collective now, 7 of Cups. I love the indecision. He's like, I don't know what to do. I think so many of us have been sitting there. And then the highest possibilities for the next lunar cycle, Ace of Swords. Wow, look at the light shining into the mind. Like, how powerful is that? All right, let's play. Let us play. My microphone keeps dipping down. We'll see if that works. Hang on one sec. I might have to adjust that. There we go. How about that for Taurus energy? We're going to adjust the microphone so you can hear better. Yeah, I'll put this right in front so you can see it. The individual now. I love how the individual now has so many people in it. And what do you notice? as you look at the card, what jumps out at you first? What colors are most present for you? What do you feel when you see this card? Does this resonate for you in your journey right now? Does this feel like this is where you are? So here's what's coming through for me. There's so much going on. There's so much going on. The individual moment right now is so packed with stuff. It's not like this where it's just one person alone in their thoughts or one person at the beach contemplating. No, it's all this. There's so much happening. I love that that's the individual now card. It couldn't be the collective now. It has to be the individual. Just look at all the people, all the activity, the dog. So, okay, I'll tell the story. This is funny. This feels so relevant. So this morning, I was gifted with this beautiful meditation experience with a new friend of mine, and I was so excited because I could tell like they hold such beautiful energy, and they invited me into this virtual new moon, and they were going to guide the meditation. I was like, oh, I'm going to go out into the cosmos. It's going to be the most extraordinary thing. And I get there, the group is amazing, the energy is amazing, and we start going into the meditation. And all I can hear is my dog's stomach rumbling behind me like it's about to explode. And I'm focusing, I'm trying to focus, and I'm listening, and all I can hear is all this noise. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know if he's going to make it through the meditation. I might have to get up. I might have to leave the meditation because of all this noise. That is the individual now. It's like, I want this experience, whatever it is for you. I want this peacefulness. I want this harmony. I want spaciousness. Whatever it is you're experiencing. And then the world is so busy and so noisy and so loud, and there's so many people and so much activity and so much stuff, and there's all this noise, and it's hard, it's challenging to like just be in the moment and be present and allow all the circumstances to exist around us and still be present. Like this feels like the individual now for me. And if you're watching, it must be for you also. The amazing thing, he did not need to go to the bathroom. I made it through the whole meditation and the beautiful integration. I didn't make it through. I enjoyed the meditation. It was not what I expected, but it was beautiful and perfect. And then I took him outside. Nothing. He just wanted to smell the flowers. His stomach's still sounding like it's going to blow up. Nope. Something's just shifting inside of his body, and he wanted me to know. I feel like the invitation for me, and perhaps also for you if you're in the same energy field I'm in, the invitation is, can I find the peacefulness in the midst of all the activity? Can I find, like this little girl, can I find the laughter and the joy of, look at all this activity, look at all this party, this excitement that's around, and I'm part of it. I'm included in it. And so this is my individual now. I am in this experience. And how incredible is it? How blissful is it? Can we find that even when it looks like it's chaotic around us, even when the to-do list is like me, written down and then moved to the next day because only 5 of the 50 things got done. Like, who's going to get 50 things done in a day anyway? I mean, what are we expecting of our humanness that we can live at the level we think we're supposed to be living at, in pressure and intensity and activity and expectation, and then the judgment we put on top of that when we don't measure up, and the shame and the disappointment by others because we forget to do the thing that we should have remembered to do because it was on their priority list but not on our priority list. Can we be the calm in the center of all of that? Can we learn to laugh and play and be the hierophant that's like such a joke? The whole thing is just such a joke. Can we be the little child who's like, yay, it's a party today, no matter what's going on. It's just another party. What if we could live life like that? And the individual now is saying, this is the current experience of life on earth. Here's the one pentacle, the unity of all of this. This is life on earth. We are in one energy bubble called Gaia, and all of this is all happening. And we're experiencing it as one individual and another individual and another individual and another individual. If we own our individual experience and continue to find the steadiness, the calm, the joy, the acceptance in our individual experience and contribute that to the collective energy, right? The song that is on is called Belonging by Entheo and Water Eye. The music is the backdrop to the Living Wisdom tracks that Richard Rudd puts together for the Gene Keys. And I found just the musical instrumental part, and I've been playing this constantly looping. And that feeling of belonging when you hear it in the music, and then you allow that to infuse into yourself, and you calm down, you realize we all have a place. Each one of us has a place on this planet, in this human experience. We all belong, or we wouldn't be here. We would be spirit, we would be soul somewhere else. We would not be here unless we chose to belong. And so every individual is part of the collective now. So here is the collective now. What do you notice as you look at this card? And these are my interpretations of the energy. So you may look at the card and see something completely different and be like, how do you not see that? I love it. That's your interpretation. Add to it, add to mine, take away from mine, replace mine. Like, it's all so good. There is no one way or one answer. I just share what I feel. So when you look at this, and this represents the collective now, right? What jumps out at me the first thing I'm noticing is his hand here and point. He's like, that kind of experience. And it's like, collectively, so this is our individual, each one of us makes up the collective. Collectively, as a general society, as a species of humanity, as a species of humanity on Earth, I feel like we are in a period where, as a collective, we are contemplating, analyzing, evaluating, perhaps judging and discarding, and then bringing through a new thing to evaluate. Like, this feels like the energy of the collective human experience. What's actually happening? What's actually true? And we're not sure which cup to pull next, because we've tried some things in the past. We've tried peace, we've tried war, we've tried COVID, we've tried isolation, we've tried separation, we've tried collaboration. we've tried. Now we're contemplating AI. AI. And so many more things in that, crypto. Like, we're constantly considering the options and then deciding what's next. So collectively, as we move from Aries into Taurus, we've had these beginning energies, these start energies, and now we're into, okay, let's be in the earthly space, be in our bodies, be in these experiences, and have that amplified by Jupiter's energy. What do we do next? What do we do first? What do we take from what we've started and actually continue or deepen? What do we discard and go with now, the whole new whatever it is that our gut is telling us to do? Collectively, there's a lot of sifting and sorting through, trying to decide which is the next cup that we're going to pull up. And is it a cup that is going to advance us as a humanity, or a cup that's going to feel like we're falling down the ladder, the chutes, the snakes? We're falling down the snakes and we're going backwards. backwards, not advancing, not evolving. We're going backwards. The cool thing, as I look at this, is that I don't really know that we're actually in charge. This is the cosmic joke. Because we think we have all these cups to choose from. Look what's behind humanity and moving through humanity. All this water, all this consciousness. Water to me represents consciousness. Water could also represent in the physical realm Gaia, Earth. So we think we're in charge, and all of these little cups that are placed in the sand are ours. And in the right time, in the right order, we will decide which way we're going to go. What if all of a sudden consciousness, Gaia, decides to send a big wave? Whoosh! And the wave comes, and this guy who has his back, humanity has its back to the wave, so busy looking at all the things we think we can control. This wave is going to come up against our back and go, whoosh, knock us over, and wash away all the cups. Just like what happens when we're in the ocean. You're not paying attention, and the wave just comes and knocks you down, and then you come up from the water, you're like, right, what happened? And you're trying to get all this salt and the sand out of your nose and shake off your hair and figure out if you're upside down or right side up. That's what it feels like to me. It's not this destructive, vengeful, the waters will rise and crash down on you and the end will happen. That's not what I feel. It feels very, let's play with things. Let's try something new. Let's just bring a little extra water, bump you over, erase all the things that you think you have control over, and then we'll see what you decide to do from there. What if that happens in this card image? Just play with that for a second. What if this one gets knocked over by the water and comes up for air and is like, where's my cups? Where's my cups? And now it's just the water and the humanity. And we're like, wait a second. Wait, you took all my cups. Where are my cups? We may have to create a new relationship with the water. We may have to say, okay, let's walk back up on the beach. I don't need cups. Maybe what I need are some palm leaves. Maybe I need the coconuts that fell off the tree. If you're at the beach, maybe there's other cups sitting on the side, but we're going to play with not having cups and just having natural elements. What if we're invited to slow down, to find the humor in this human journey and to laugh at ourselves because we think that we have control over everything, because we think that we're in charge of it all and that the cups are the thing we should be focusing on. Maybe this card is actually saying, stop looking at the cups. Turn around. Look out at the ocean in wonder. Like, look at all that water. Look at all the shades of blue. Look at all the magic. Look at your human form, the incredible creation that is you. There's a beautiful scene in Moana, the movie, where she's the little baby girl and she walks down to the water. Do you remember this? She walks down to the water and she's chasing the shell, and she goes a little further and the water plays with her and recedes. And she goes a little further and it takes the shell a little deeper. And so she's kind of doing this little thing. And then all of a sudden she's standing and the water's this high, but it's created like a buffer around her. And the water comes up very elegantly and then comes down and hits her head and creates a little like ponytail that sticks up on the top of her head. And she's like, because she just thinks it's so sweet to be a human who's just interacting with the ocean with no fear, with nothing except just to play. And as she's standing in front of this beautiful wall of water that's just in harmony with her, she can see through the water and she can see the turtle swimming and she can see the coral in the distance and the shells and the sparkle. Like, it's just this magical moment of, I'm a human, you're nature, I see you. How beautiful you are. No cups. No stuff. We're so busy looking. This is probably the biggest message from this card. We're so busy looking down at our cups, at all the things we have and that we want, and that we're trying to decide which one to go for next. That we miss the movement and the beauty of the nature that's all around this human in the card. At the beach. And what's he doing? Looking at his cups instead of laying there, staring at the ocean, looking up at the sun, marveling at this human reality. I mean, if it was me, I'd be running from the snake in the front. I'd be nowhere near this. I'd be like, snake, go run. Okay, highest possibilities for the next lunar cycle. Man, this is a card. Whew. What do you notice about this card? How do you feel when you see it? What do you think your guides would be telling you when they show you this card? So there's lots of ways we could enter this card. One, there's steps behind her neck. Do you see that? And the steps lead, I believe, up into her mind. There's also her neck, which is very open and exposed to me, like from the shoulder to right below the eyes. All of this is throat chakra. So what are we hearing? What are we saying? What are we allowing energetically to move through our neck? Are we open? Are we closed? What are we breathing in? What do we hear? All of this energy happens in the throat chakra. And so I think one of the messages that's coming through, because this throat is so prominent to me today in the card, is over the next month, as we play with the new moon in Taurus energy and really step more and more into Taurus, and Jupiter amplifies the energy of Taurus, can we begin expressing through our throats more of our truth? Not in a, my truth must be your truth, my truth is more right than your truth must be wrong because it isn't the same as my truth needs to be louder than your truth. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like, can we allow energy to start to clear any parts of our throat that are like this, or holding on, or stuck? Maybe in the Aries energy, things we wish we could have said or started or done and we didn't, and now it's like, all that energy is kind of congested in the throat. Can we allow energy to start being expressed? And as it becomes expressed, it becomes more and more true. Hang on, we gotta move the microphone again. That microphone just keeps falling. It can't handle all this energy. We just need to be louder. Can we? As we talk about the throat chakra. Hello, testing. Can we allow energy to flow out of our throat chakra and be expressed out of our mouths? And that energy, I feel, is coming from the heart chakra. It's coming from perhaps this reconnection to nature. This, as we let go of our cups and we lie in the sunshine and we look at the blue sky and we see the blue water. Blue is throat chakra. As we look at all this blue, can we allow that energy to activate inside of us and come out of our throat chakra and be expressed? What sounds would we make? What words would we say? Are there words that need to be said because we've held so much anger, pain, resistance, whatever the words are, the emotions are? We've locked it in, and it needs to move now. It needs to be expressed. I believe when there's that much, right? When there's all that in the throat chakra, perhaps speaking it simply into your own phone and recording it is the beginning. Allowing it to have voice and capturing it where you get to hear your own voice back to yourself. When there's a lot of energy and emotion and it starts to flow and it comes out and you're just like, whoa! Often if we've held it back long enough and it erupts, it's directed at someone. All that emotion is like, bah! Often for me, it was my children. or it's still for me as my animals. Like today with Star. What do you mean you have to go to the bathroom and you have a loud stomach? This is an inconvenient time. What? What? That's my frustration with my schedule. That's not Star's fault. It's my emotion that I don't allow it to be expressed, and then poor dog gets directed at him. We do it to our children. We do it to our closest friends. We do it to our partners. Sometimes we do it to the flowers and the trees and the sky. Sometimes we just yell to yell. Why don't we allow that to begin moving? Put it into our phones as an audio recording and then listen. Allow ourselves to hear our own voice expressing energy back to ourselves. When I first started doing my podcast years ago, and I would watch because I'm like, I need to see if I am using too many words or not enough words, or if I'm stumbling or saying too many times or not looking at the camera properly or whatever the things are. And so I would watch my own video and I would hear my voice and my expression and my energy. And sometimes hearing me reflected back to me just made me cry. Like, oh, I feel what was moving through me. And as it was moving through me, I didn't actually fully receive or let it land. And so it became my own process of healing myself through listening to myself, hearing the tone and the pace and the intensity, and watching what was happening in my own body and my reactions as I was expressing it. It took me 448 episodes to figure some stuff out, to clear some energy, and to get to the place now where I typically don't watch these. Well, I watch these again if I'm going to create a clip, to create a little nugget that I'm going to get posted for you, to give you a little drop. Some months I don't even get to that because things are just full and busy. And so this is just an energetic deposit of card reading energy love to you without even needing to go back and rewatch it. It's a powerful process. If you don't allow yourself to hear and see who you are, how the world hears and sees you, just start by recording into your phone and let yourself hear you. Listen to your voice. Listen to the shifts in your voice as you share, the emotions that catch, or you can hear it, you can feel it. And then sit with yourself. I mean, we get all that from this card. What? There's a lot in this card. So apparently our guides are saying, start talking to yourself, do some audio recordings, let some emotion and some energy move and see what happens. So the throat feels like it's a very powerful focus of attention in this next lunar cycle. And then the fact that her eyes are closed and there's all this happening up here, which to me is third eye chakra into crown. Both. So throat, third eye, crown are apparently where we need to focus our attention. Even though we're in the sign of Taurus, which you would think would be the lower chakras of grounded, earthy, rooted, belonging here. This is where some healing needs to happen, I believe. The question to play with, if you're not sure where to even start talking into your phone or what to talk about, or if you're going to close your eyes and meditate like this card is suggesting, where do you even begin with the meditation? What do you focus on? I would start asking the questions. I'm not doing the direction right. It's backwards for me. The light. Which direction is this light going? Start by pondering that. You can find this card on the Light Seer's Tarot, Ace of Swords. You can read the journal prompts and maybe start with those questions, but read the full description of the Ace of Swords and see what it brings up, what you think about. My question to you would be, which direction is that light going? Is it the universe, God, source, your guides, your higher self shining light down into your third eye, crown and third eye? Is it light coming in to wake something up inside of you, to activate this unraveling, this unwinding, this unspiraling, to help you bring information down the staircase? Or is it you sending a signal out to God, source, the universe, your higher self, to say help? Or guide me, show me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sending out a search signal. I am the lighthouse sending this beam out into consciousness to say, help me. What am I doing? Where do I go next? How do I slow down all the thoughts and activities so that I can actually find more bliss inside of this human experience? So, start there and see what comes through. Telling you that time goes like that. This is why my to-do lists are so long. All right, I am going to pull more cards. I'm going to go deeper into each of these in an extended video, and then I'm going to create a meditation. The meditation is going to, I don't know what, it's going to somehow weave all of these together in the most amazing way, and we'll see what flows through. I've been sitting with how do I want to continue with the new moon extended in meditation. In the past, I've offered them as a standalone product and kind of allows you to just experience what my work is. And what I feel I really am more interested in is taking these conversations into deeper spaces. So I'm going to be bringing the new moon meditation and extended tarot video only into my energy gem space. I have different monthly subscriptions that you can sign up for. The entry one is $111 a month, and it'll give you all the new moon content for this month, and then a Sunday meditation once a month, which is amazing. It's an hour of just a dance through your body and the cosmos, and I call them infinite embodiment attunements. And then also a grounding meditation on the first Monday of each month to help us come into our bodies. And then forecast, visualize the energy of the month ahead. And then on the first Monday evening of each month, I'm going to host a chat, just a little video. Let's just all be in the same space and just chat. What's going on? How are you feeling? What's happening with your intentions? What's happening with your meditation space? How are you feeling about life on Earth? A little connection live with me for an hour on Zoom, just a chat, super informal. So that's the entry level of the energy gym. It's $111. It is worth 5 times that. You will love, love, love playing with me in these more intimate spaces. And it's live, me in the moment. So fun. I will put the link in the description. If you feel complete, I am so glad that you spent this time with me. Thank you. I wish you the most incredible new moon in Taurus. It's just a gorgeous time to be alive on our planet, and I hope you find some bliss over the next few days and into the next month. So much love.